desire a husband. You desire, some of you do, I'm not saying everybody, but you desire a husband or companionship or relationship, and it seems like God has not heard. And you get to a place where you're saying, Lord, how long? How long I got to wait? How long I got to go through this? And then you look at your kids and you say, man, I want a father for my kids. I want somebody here to help me. And all of that. I believe he sent Esther this morning to encourage all y'all who are in that place. She wasn't praying, asking God to do anything. Somebody say destiny. Somebody say purpose. God's destiny, God's purpose will get you where God wants you. I'm telling you, I minister to people all the time. I minister to people going through things all the time. I had to minister to my sister yesterday morning. And God just uncovered up before me, and I had to minister to her. They say she came here and she let loose. But she could have done that if she wasn't free first. Y'all hear me? God knows the plans that he has for you. And listen at this, church. You got to get to a place where you know that you know that you know that what God has said, he's going to do it. And whatever he's spoken, he will bring it to pass. Your life is not your own. And I know we relate that to when we say the blood of Christ and your life is not. Well, listen, it really isn't. That means God is actually orchestrating your life. And if you're obeying him, if you're following him, God is leading you into the place where he will have you in his time and in his season. Do y'all hear me? Did this happen to anybody? He was speaking this to me this morning. Go to chapter 2. I just wanted y'all to see that part. But it's some awesome things in here, Esther's, that you need, that will keep you, that will protect you. Awesome wisdom from God. Men, we need it too. We need the same thing. Look at this, church. Are you there? Chapter 2. It says, after these things, when they sent those letters out, when the wrath of King Ahasuerus was appeased, he remembered Vashti and what she had done and what was decreed against her. Now watch this, y'all. I read through that and God took me back here. Watch this. Then said the king's servants that ministered unto him, let there be fair young virgins sought for the king. Did y'all just read that? You know what happened when I read that? I read past it and just went on and saw the end. But then God took me back. He said, let there be fair young virgins. What's this? That was the qualification. Now, I said to myself, what if Esther had not kept herself? The thing that qualified her, that she was a young, fair virgin. look. Well, the 3 to 10 years old, I'm sorry, y'all know y'all got to remind me. Y'all go ahead to your class back there. I'm sorry, I just saw them babies there. I guess when I started talking about all this, I'm like, okay, we need kids out here. Listen, that is what qualified Esther. Do y'all hear me? What qualifies you to be all that God has ordained you to be? It may not be fair young virgin. The king has his qualification that qualifies you. So it doesn't matter what nobody else says. It doesn't matter what nobody else does. It doesn't matter what nobody else thinks. It may be getting up every morning at 5 o'clock and just pray for an hour. You see, a lot of times we think all kinds of things, but it might be that one thing that God is using to prove you. So what is it that God has been dealing with you about? Because God knows where he wants to bring you. It may be rebellious spirit. It may be an angry attitude. It may be unforgiveness. It could be a whole lot of stuff. It could be pride. It could be all that. What is it? When God is dealing with you, he may be saying, I want you to humble yourself. And we refuse to humble ourselves. The Bible says God resists the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. Just can't let some things go. What is it? He took it back. When I saw that, I was like, wow. What if? The little friends was, when they were 16 or 17, wherever she was old, I said, oh, child, you need to be doing this and doing it. And she just did it. And it would have disqualified her. And aborted her destiny. It really takes faith. Do y'all hear me? It really takes faith to grab hold to what God has said to you, what God has spoken, and to hold on and not be moved from that. Do y'all hear me? Look at what else is here. This thing is awesome. I got something out of this morning. Is that helping anybody? Did it hit y'all like it hit me when I said, what if? That's what God showed me. He said, what if